Hi. So, Smilegate Super Creative announced a new game last year called Chaos Zero Nightmare. They had a preview trailer. They dropped a huge amount of information about the game as far as sort of just like opening information about the animation, the story, things like that. Basically, in this far future where this thing called Chaos has overtaken the world, it has basically run amok, and now we're in space and we're running away from this chaos, trying to find ways to destroy it. And apparently, there's a lot going on here. So, we're gonna go over the sections that have to deal with the combat of the game, as well as kind of the battlefield and agent overviews, like the characters and kind of how the game kind of functions. If you want to see kind of my initial reactions to like the animations and the opening and kind of the base story, check out my other video that I did on this. But yeah, let's dive right in on this and see if we can't get a little bit more information about basically a new Smilegate gacha. It's very Epic 7 coded from what I can tell.
館長、分かってると思うけど、このプロジェクトは簡単じゃないわ。私たちが相手にするのは単なる敵じゃなくカオスで、カオスに対抗するには一度の勝利だけでは足りないの。常に選択し、判断して、その結果に対処する必要があるわ。次はこの先の戦闘に関する教育プロトコルの映像を再生するわ。
So yeah, from what it looks like, it's very roguelike coded.
Hello everyone. I'm Kim Hyung-suk, the Executive Director of Chaos Zero Nightmare. Let me introduce CZN's combat system to all of you. Protos. CZN features two main gameplay modes. First we have Story Mode.
Okay.
Just like in traditional RPGs, this mode lets you engage in battles one by one. But what sets CZN apart is its unique card-based strategy system, offering a much deeper and more tactical combat experience. The core gameplay revolves around using your character's skills, which appear each turn in the form of cards. You can freely play these cards each turn, allowing for flexible and strategic combat. Effectively,
bro, it's card battling.
Is the
what?
Key to mastering the gameplay. For example, if you play a card that gives you an extra attack, you can follow it up with your most powerful card to land a massive blow. As the Protos, you'll be able to lead your team using whatever strategies you think are most effective in the heat of battle. You'll need to combine your character's unique and powerful skills to overcome a wide variety of challenges that lie ahead.
Those cut-ins are really cool. They're not super intrusive either.
Is Chaos Missions. The combat system in Chaos Missions is built around dungeon exploration, offering near infinite possibilities. Each run can be as short as 5 minutes or stretch well beyond 15 minutes.
Whoa.
You'll be diving into the mysterious depths of the chaos, taking on high-risk missions.
Okay. Ooh, shiny.
When you begin a chaos mission,
oh wow.
You start your run with your character's basic starter deck.
It's a deck-building roguelike.
But as you battle your way through, your characters rapidly unlock their potential and grow stronger.
So is it roguelike or roguelite? That's what I want to know.
As you continue this process, you'll eventually unlock powerful upgrades known as fates, which help your build.
Okay.
All of this happens during combat, so you'll experience the effects right away.
That's cool.
It's not just about getting stronger. If you combine new abilities with your existing cards strategically, you can unlock even more powerful and synergistic plays. At the end of each Chaos mission, regardless of success or failure, you'll carry over part of your growth from the expedition as save data.
It's roguelike. It's roguelite.
And with this save data, players can carry over their progress and use it directly in story mode and various instant battles.
Oh, okay, no, it's not. So it's...
In other words, the two gameplay modes complement each other. Playing Chaos Missions is a highly effective way to farm resources and prepare for fast-paced instant battles.
But you can carry it over into the story mode as well.
Continuing on, there's another key element that sets CZN apart.
I'm already interested.
I'm Choi Sung-hyun, and I'm here to go through the mental breakdown system with you. The deeper agents venture into the chaos, the longer they stay, and the more damage they take in battle, the more their stress builds. Once it crosses a certain threshold, they
Oh,
enter a critical
no.
state of trauma, what we call mental breakdown.
Yo,
Dependent
that
on
darkest
each
dungeon
character's
type.
personal traumas, they suffer different types of mental breakdowns.
Whoa.
A character in a state of mental breakdown
Whoa.
suffers penalties when using their cards. That
What?
said, there are ways to embrace these mental breakdowns and even turn them to your advantage. By timing it right, you can take advantage of a mental breakdown, since the cost of awakening skills drops significantly when recovering from one. Since awakening skills are the most powerful abilities in the game, just
Oh,
remember,
brother.
sometimes a mental breakdown can turn a crisis into a comeback, depending on how you play it.
That's
In addition to
crazy.
growth through combat mentioned earlier, CZN offers a variety of progression
We're here to
systems
take
like
all of the
leveling up,
good
promotion,
cinnamon
and
rolls and
transcendence,
traumatize
allowing
the
you to
shit out
fully
of them.
enjoy the core fun of growing and managing your characters. If the Chaos mission feels too difficult with your current character's abilities, you can level up and strengthen your character to take on the challenge again. We hope you enjoy the growth and progression systems in CZN to the fullest.
Wow. That's crazy. So, they using the power of mental trauma, overpower your enemy and overcome for a victory. That is wild. We're gonna give all of these characters the worst cases of PTSD ever, and then you're gonna help them overcome that in the middle of combat. Brother. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Wow. You guys, I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of crazy.
プロトコル資料で説明した通り、任務の核心は私たちの戦場カオスよ。暗闇の中にぼやけて見える物体、うっすら輝く光。艦長はファーストとして要員たちと共にカオスを切り抜けていかなければならない。この戦場の特徴と同行する要因について調べてみましょう。次のプロトコル資料にアクセスするわね。
Hello, I'm Sosu Bin, the graphic designer for Chaos Zero Nightmare. Chaos Zero Nightmare embraces the roguelite genre, with
Yeah,
each
it's
run
roguelite.
taking you on a deeply immersive journey. To enhance immersion and effectively convey the sense of exploration throughout your journey, we put a tremendous amount of effort into the background design using two-dimensional animation.
Yeah, this
In the case
game
of
is
2D
gorgeous.
games, backgrounds tend
What
to be
the fuck?
static, which can sometimes make the visuals feel a bit dull. With CZN, we aim to create a more dynamic and stylized environment, something that feels both animated and immersive.
Yeah, this
bringing the
feels
world to
like
life in a way that pulls
very-
players deeper into the experience.
It's roguelite. It's very
In
Darkest
particular,
Dungeon
features like
feeling.
water reflections, 2.5D active camera movement, dynamic lighting effects using
Ah,
light
it's
resources, and
gorgeous,
responsive
bro.
shadow rendering are techniques you rarely see in traditional
I like how
2D
there's a
games.
character cut in to like show
In
who's the
CZN,
one that's
we've
actually
implemented
active
these
when they're
elements in a
attacked.
way
That's
that
really
we're
cool.
confident will deliver an incredibly immersive experience during actual gameplay.
Yeah, I dig it.
Next, we have the most important aspect when it comes to gameplay. Let's take a quick look at the agents who accompany you and provide support. Our first agent, Ray, is a student studying aboard the SS Identity and a Terrasian combatant who
Oh,
can
she's
manipulate
adorable.
dark matter. A pure-hearted and energetic gifted, Ray became a combatant driven by a strong belief that her power should be used to protect others. We put a lot of care into capturing all these little details that make Ray who she is. To highlight her lively personality, we avoided using overly dark colors in her design. Instead, we chose colors for her hair, eyes, and other features that would harmonize well with the dark matter she wields.
Makes sense.
Since she's a student, we based
She's
her
super
outfit on a
cute.
school uniform, blending
Nom,
elements
nom,
of
nom,
combat
nom,
gear
nom,
and high school
cookies.
fashion. The result is a custom design that reflects Ray's unique taste and personality.
Oh, she's
Stylish, cute,
adorable.
and
I love
totally
her.
We also highlighted Ray's quirky tastes with offbeat, unconventional character badges and keychains. Small
Cute.
details that really emphasize her
Little
unique
jellyfish
personality.
cloud.
The glove on her right hand and the ring on her left are devices used to control the dark matter that Ray creates. To highlight that Ray is also a
Oh.
skilled combatant, we designed elements that contrast with her cheerful school uniform image, adding a cold and rigid aesthetic to balance her overall look. Moving on,
Cute.
let me introduce you to our next character, Beryl.
Beryl.
is the commander of the Wolf Platoon. Despite her young age, she has inherited exceptional tactical instincts
Oh,
and
big
sharp
gun.
decision-making skills from her legendary grandmother, a renowned warrior in her own right.
Beeb. Oh,
One
look
of
at
the
her.
key
She's
design points for
adorable.
Beryl
I love
is her
her.
neat appearance. Even though she's young, she insists on keeping her hair neatly braided and at a modest length to maintain a mature, disciplined look fitting for her role as a commander. Her weapon concept was designed to emphasize power, so we gave her an oversized railgun that looks almost comically disproportionate to her small frame.
Gave her an
reinforcing the
oversized
contrast between
railgun.
her appearance and her firepower. To
That
live
makes
up to
sense.
her title as the commander of the Wolf Platoon, her profile was designed with sharp, angular elements that resemble a wolf's fangs when viewed from the side. A subtle but intentional design detail.
Mom.
Vero isn't
Yeah,
just
looks
about
great.
her cute looks. She's also warm-hearted and incredibly considerate. To
They're
reflect
all
that in her
adorable
design,
cinnamon
we gave her a
rolls who
constant
can and
supply
will
of chocolate
kill you,
bars to snack on
but
and
also
bandages to
will
patch up her
all
sweatmates'
get
injuries,
mentally
all keeping up with
traumatized
her
because
ammo pouches.
game.
These small details show her caring side beneath the tough exterior. Next up is a character you might already be familiar with. It's none other than Karen. Karen is a
Karen.
human born within chaos, wielding the destructive power of the void, a force that erases everything it comes in contact with.
I think he's
Even
from
he has no
Epic
memory of
7.
his own past. He's a nihilistic character who believes there's no such thing as absolute value in the world. There were a few key points we focused on when designing Karen. To show the lingering effects of wielding the power of the void for so long, we gave Karen a silhouette that looks like it's been consumed by that very power. His
That's
tattered
really
black
pretty.
coat and flowing scarf were designed to evoke that haunting, eroded look. We highlighted Karen's indifferent personality through his unkempt, jagged long hair, a clear sign that he doesn't care much about appearances or fitting in. As a fun side note, we imagined his assistant, Bria, brushing and tying his hair every morning whether he wanted or not, and that image inspired parts of the design process. One of Kaon's standout features is his mechanical arm. Designed with a black and white muscle fiber structure infused with void energy flowing like veins, it symbolizes the coexistence
really
of his human
cool.
emotions and
That's a
inhuman
nice
power.
touch.
So,
I like that a
about
lot.
wraps up our brief overview of a few of the core agents. Since these characters will become your trusted agents, we've poured a lot of heart into making each one stand out with unique charm and personality. And of course, there are many more characters beyond the three we just discussed. We hope you'll love them as much as we do. Thank you.
Crazy. So, yeah, I mean... So we gave her an oversized railgun. Man, that's great. I love smaller girls with giant weapons. You don't understand how much that aesthetic makes me happy. Give him a big sword or an axe or a railgun. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So it's roguelite. So the fact that this is roguelite, that's huge. Like, the main story plays in that you have the ability to like boost in the side missions, and then like you can save your file from the side missions and then import it into the main story to make your ability to do main story more like you're more capable because of the build that you created in the side story stuff. So that's actually really interesting. And it's just a pure card battling system. So you start with a basic deck and then you kind of deck build on your runs to then use a specific deck for a specific fight, and then you can have like different decks built out for different fights. So like there's no core created developer meta. You just kind of make your own team and kind of build out from there. Like that's always been one of my biggest problems with gacha games, is that there's always a developer meta. There's always specific characters who are always going to be better than other characters, and it leaves certain characters in the just out of the mix. Like when you really like, for instance, you guys know that I love and play ZZZ all the time. My time with ZZZ has been phenomenal. I've been playing it for over a year since it came out, and I've been enjoying all of my time with that game. Obvious localization and quality issues aside with the 2.0 patch, there hasn't been a character in this game that I don't love. Period. That is a thing that I can say about ZZZ, which is very difficult for me to say about other gachas. I love all of the characters in the game, even goofy ass Billy and regular Anby, even Sanby. Like all of the characters in this game have been phenomenal. But man, when it really comes down to it, still falls into the same trappings of gacha games where developer meta exists, where you have to worry about whether or not the characters you're going to be used are actually going to be useful in the content. This really looks to step up and change a lot of that by allowing you to basically go through, do the roguelite version, build up a deck, and then take that into the story or take that into other content to build your characters up based on the RNG and choices you make while you're playing the roguelite version. And I think that's super, super, super cool. So yeah, this looks great. I'm super stoked for this. So pre-register. Pre-register links are going to be in the description below on both my videos. If you haven't got a chance to check this out, do so yourself. I feel like this is going to be a really interesting, really fun, different take on the turn-based RPG gacha genre. It's got roguelite elements. I'm all about that. It's very Darkest Dungeon coded, so now you have to do everything you can to protect your good beans, save your cinnamon rolls so they don't go crazy, but make them go crazy so that they can kill everything. And then, you know, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. You guys are probably going to see a lot more of this content on the channel at some point in the near future as well. I'm going to do my best to try to keep on top of it and then kind of go from there, because I love roguelites, I love RPGs, and I love gachas. So this is one of those things that I think I'm definitely going to be keeping up on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.